Hello and welcome to Gutted. I'm Aleece.
And I'm Tony, and we're here to spill our guts about horror film trailers.
And today we'll be reviewing the trailer for Trap, set to be released August 2nd of 2024. This film is written and directed by M. Night Shyamalan.
Let's preview that trailer.
What's with all the police trucks outside and cameras everywhere, Jamie? I'm not supposed to tell. Something happening? Don't rat me out. I won't.
You know the butcher? The freaking nut job that goes around just chopping people up? Well, the feds or whatever heard that he's gonna be here today, so they set up a trap for him. This whole concert, it's a trap. They're watching all the exits, checking everyone that leaves. There's no way to get out of here.
I'm sorry, Riley, what was that?
Your daughter's never gonna forget this day.
You're kind of dope, right?
We have M. Night Shyamalan with his latest masterpiece. We've seen Lady in the Water, and now we're watching Trap.
We actually have not seen Lady in the Water. That's like the one M. Night movie I have not seen. We've seen The Happening, and now we're seeing Trap. What's happening, Tony, in this trailer?
So Mr. Butcher is going to a concert with his daughter. Unbeknownst to him, the whole thing was set up to trap his ass. The information was leaked to him by some lowly merch dude.
That's rude. You don't know how low he is. The feds told him specifically. This guy was high up enough for the feds to disclose this highly secretive operation to the merch guy.
Yeah, Mr. Butcher is with his teenage daughter. I'm assuming that...
Well, he's titled as Cooper.
I'm assuming that Hartnett is the butcher,
Yeah.
but there's always twists with M. Night, so we don't know. Josh Hartnett's character is there. He looks awfully suspicious.
Yeah.
He's with his daughter. He's like, you stay here. I got to go check out what's going on. And goes to ask the guy selling merch about why there's all these cameras and police presence. And he's like, well, you see, this whole concert's a trap to catch the butcher.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not supposed to tell. Don't get me in trouble. Don't rat me out.
and the look on his face, he's like, oh.
When I first saw this trailer in the theaters, I thought that Josh Hartnett knew this merch guy. Like, he goes to this concert hall so often that he actually knows the merch guy. But then watching this trailer, it seems like, no, they have no idea who each other are.
It's always helpful to be buddy-buddy.
Be buddy-buddy with the merch guy that you met that day.
Yeah.
Just then. Because the merch guy is very friendly and letting him in on everything that's going on. And for some reason he knows. Who knows why he knows? But maybe he's part of the trap? You don't know.
Could be. There's so many twists that could happen here.
Could be anything.
But this does say a new experience by M. Night. Are the Shyamalans the new Kardashian family?
No, I hope not. I would much rather watch a reality show.
They're coming up in the world. All right. You're going to hear
Shyamalan.
that name. Yeah.
They are having quite a year with The Watchers, directed by his daughter, Ishana Shyamalan.
And yeah, his daughter happens to be in this movie as well.
A different daughter, Salika, is in this movie. So Salika is younger than Ishana, and she is performing as Lady Raven, this kind of Lady Gaga type character.
Just nepotism in general.
Hey, as long as they're talented, I don't care. Josh Hartnett's character does seem highly suspect because he goes into the bathroom at one point and he's looking at his Brinks home security system camera. And in his basement, there is somebody trapped, seemingly so because he's screaming and crying. So I don't think he's a house guest. Doesn't seem like an Airbnb situation.
I should also note that we have seen trailer 2. It's been playing in the theaters for quite a while. Josh Hartnett does do a lot of things that would make it seem as if he is the butcher. He
pushes someone down the stairs.
Yeah, he's grabbing police walkie-talkies. He's creating chaos, as they say in the other trailer.
Yeah, trying to create chaos. He puts, I think he puts oil in a fryer and makes it explode and someone gets hit.
And I wouldn't put it past M. Night, but it would be quite the twist if Josh Hartnett's character is not the butcher.
Interesting.
I will not let that fool me. Who else do we have?
Just the top 5. We don't go too far down the cast list as to prevent spoilers. So we try really hard not to read up on anything about movies before we review the trailers. But second on the cast list, we have Haley Mills, who plays Dr. Grant. And I will say a little prediction according to that later on.
I don't remember seeing a Dr. Grant in
I don't remember seeing a doctor
trailer
at all.
Okay.
But the fact that there is a doctor, does Josh Hartnett's character have a therapist that he's working through his urges to kill? Who knows? We have Alison Pill, who we've seen in the shows Them and American Horror Story in the later seasons.
Love Alison Pill.
Love Alison Pill. And Salika Shyamalan, who plays Lady Raven, as we mentioned. And
Did see her in the trailer. I didn't see Alison Pill in the trailer.
I did not see Alison Pill or Haley Mills as Dr. Grant. And also Alison Pill is not credited. No name next to her billing here. And Ariel Donahue, who plays Riley, the daughter of Josh Hartnett's character.
They didn't credit the security guy?
They didn't credit the merch guy. He's not even security.
I don't know.
That we know of. He could be security posing as merch. It's a trap. And then the poster does say that this comes out August 2nd. However, the trailer that we just watched said August 9th. So who knows? Is it more of a twist? Is it going
Twists
to
all around.
pretend to come out August 2nd, but really comes out August 9th? You never know with M. Night.
Aleece, what are your thoughts on Trap? What does it remind you of?
Okay, when I first saw a trailer for it, it reminded me of this movie that I enjoyed that came out in the aughts called Mr. Brooks, starring Kevin Costner and Dane Cook, where Kevin Costner is this family man and he's also a serial killer. He's kind of like an American Psycho, but more family oriented. Dane Cook finds out his secret and Mr. Brooks is like, oh shoot, he knows my secret. What do I do? Anyway, I'm not going to spoil anything for Mr. Brooks, but this reminds me of a Mr. Brooks type movie where it's like Josh Hartnett is this nice family man. Nobody would ever suspect him of any nefarious acts.
But he's a serial killer.
He's the butcher. So we think. What does it remind you of?
What's that movie where they're at a hockey game and there's a bomb that they have to find?
Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Yeah. Sudden Death.
Sudden Death.
It reminds me of Sudden Death starring Jean-Claude Van Damme. Why? Just because it's a movie that takes place in a large arena and that was the first one that came to mind.
You know, yeah. But in this one, Jean-Claude's the killer.
Yeah.
That would be quite the twist. So it's like Sudden Death meets M. Night Shyamalan's world.
Also, I think I mentioned this to you the last time we were in the theaters, but we have entered a new Taylor Swift Eras Tour horror movie subgenre because there's another movie coming out, Smile 2, that also sort of has a similar theme of this pop star.
Her name's like Sky.
So here we are. These are the Taylor Swift horror movies.
We were watching Twisters yesterday, and 2 of the trailers that showed were Smile 2 and Trap. And Tony leaned over. He's like, this is the Eras Tour of horror.
My thought on this movie when I was watching it was, how much money does the FBI spend on such an operation? Or maybe they're going to profit money off of this concert.
Oh, so they get like a percentage of Lady Raven's proceeds?
It's a pretty big thing to set up an entire concert with so many unknown variables just to kind of seal off the entrance and the exits to trap one person.
So if you had like a Taylor Swift event that was orchestrated by the FBI, that's potentially a lot of casualties.
There's a lot of organization, a lot of secrecy. No wonder their secret's out almost immediately because they had to notify security guards and local police and the hot dog vendors, notify everybody.
Everyone has to know. Yeah, quite risky on the FBI's part. But hey, whatever. Who knows how many people the butcher has killed? If he's the butcher, then
If it's less than 10,
then it's not worth it.
no, yeah, what
Just
number
let
is
him
it?
free. Let him go. Be about his business.
Exactly. It's gonna make me second guess the next time I go to a concert. Is this a
like,
trap?
Is this a trap? How safe is
How many
this?
serial killers are at this
But
concert?
I do have to say, good on Lady Raven for actually wanting to participate in this trap, because she could potentially go down. Who knows?
That's
Whoever's
true,
on
yeah.
stage. So she's brave. I feel like the unsung hero of this movie is going to be Lady Raven. Now we're getting into predictions.
All right, predictions.
Okay.
Aleece, what are your predictions for the movie Trap?
I have a prediction, and this might be kind of a spoiler.
Wait, why would it be a spoiler? You haven't seen the movie. You can't
I
spoil a movie you haven't seen.
I know. I can't spoil a movie that I haven't seen.
Wait, why is it a spoiler?
Okay, because I looked up the actor Haley Mills because I did not recognize her name.
Okay, spoilers in researching the cast list.
Yeah.
This is one of the problems that we run into from
Yes.
time to time.
But it was quite innocent. I was just like, Haley Mills, that sounds familiar, but I can't place her. So if you are a bit older and you recognize the name Haley Mills, then you perhaps already have this same prediction.
I Am a Serial Killer by Haley Mills. Is that the
I'm a serial killer.
The Life of a Serial Killer starring Haley Mills? She is typecast as serial killers.
She was in a little movie called The Parent Trap.
Parent Trap.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm still not getting why that's a
Do you know
spoiler.
the plot line of The Parent Trap?
The kids try to trap their parents?
It's a whole twin, it's a twin situation. She plays twins in The Parent Trap. And then
that's
she
right. They had the twins, yeah.
switches to, trick her parents in a cute little way to get them to get back together. So I think it's a kind of Freaky Friday situation where Freaky Friday was a cute little movie from way back when, kind of like The Parent Trap. And then they made it into a horror movie. I think this is a horror movie version of The Parent Trap.
Ooh, set in the Taylor Swift era.
In the Taylor Swift era.
Wow. Okay. So if that's true, then shame on the producers here for including that in the cast list.
No, it's like a little Easter egg because it just has Haley Mills as Dr. Grant. And I didn't know until I looked up Haley Mills that she was in The Parent Trap.
So you think she's the killer?
No, I don't think she's the killer.
Oh.
I think she is a little nod to like, yep, this is how we're connecting The Parent Trap with Trap.
Oh, got it. Okay. How does that affect your predictions?
I think Josh Hartnett has a twin.
Josh Hartnett has a twin.
Has a twin who is the butcher. And he's been trying to coax his brother, who's the butcher, and to stop like murdering people. And I think it's going to get to one of those things like, how far will he go to protect his brother, who's a serial killer? Daddy Hartnett is running around the arena trying to not get caught because if he gets caught, so does his brother.
Okay.
And for some reason, his brother gave him access to his Brinks Home security system camera. So he knows what his butcher brother's doing at all times.
Couldn't he just turn his brother in?
No, he's trying to coax him down. He's trying to be like, hey, I've been talking to my doctor, Dr. Grant, and she says that you are working through some things from our childhood. You're upset because we were separated at birth and then we came together in our adulthood.
Public service announcement. If your brother is a serial killer, it's probably best to turn them in and not try to coax them down.
Wait, no, I got it. I got a new prediction. Okay. So his brother, who is his twin, recently reached out to him. And Daddy Hartnett did not know he even had a twin. And the butcher is like, yes, I'm your twin. And if you don't do such and such, I'm going to kill this person.
Oh, okay. So he's being kind of like set up or blackmailed.
He's being set up. So the butcher wants to set Daddy Hartnett up as the butcher so that he takes the fall.
The cops got it all wrong.
They got it wrong.
Have this whole concert for an audience of one and they got it wrong.
Yeah, they got it wrong. They
Wow.
have the wrong Josh Hartnett. And so Josh Hartnett's like, shoot, I don't want to go down for this. The butcher is very clever and is trying to pin this on me. He has no sibling loyalty because he didn't actually know me for all of my life.
See,
That's
we
my
have
prediction.
an M. Night Shyamalan expert here.
I
Someone
do
who
love M.
loves the movie The Happening.
I love The Happening. It is highly underrated and overly criticized. For what reason? Who knows? The acting,
Because people are
maybe.
annoyed as shit by Marky Mark's character.
The acting's not the best. I will give it that. But what I do love about M. Night Shyamalan movies is that they have this kind of like melodrama quality to them where the actors talk directly to the camera in like a little confessional style. Check that one out.
Top
in the
10
future.
reasons why Aleece likes to be
Top
happening.
10 reasons why the happening's not that bad.
Not that bad. Okay, so that sounded like 3-ish predictions.
That I'm done with predictions. That's it.
That is very interesting. And I can see M. Night pulling something like the old twin. We haven't seen twin killer in a horror movie in a while.
Yeah.
I don't think.
I'm ready to bring it back.
It was quite popular, I would say, maybe in the 60s and 70s.
There are some twins in the 80s and 90s as well.
I'm thinking of Blood Rage. And oops, wait, hold on. Did I spoil it? Okay, scratch that.
No, Blood Rage has twins from the very beginning.
See, my predictions are not as sophisticated as yours, although I haven't thought about them that deeply. My number one prediction was that Josh Hartnett is going to escape.
Okay.
Because I think that the whole movie is set up where it's like he is trapped. If he escapes the trap and kind of outsmarts the entire police force, then you're just like, oh, shoot. And then he gets busted afterwards. So whether it's him or a twin.
Like a routine traffic stop. Busted. That's the twist.
Yeah, I think that's what happened in Mr. Brooks. Sorry for Mr. Brooks spoilers.
I don't think that happens. Of how are you thinking?
Okay, so I'm misremembering that, but I can just see in the movie that being sort of like an interesting plot device where it's like they set up this whole Taylor Swift Eras tour. This guy creates enough chaos and outsmarts the FBI and the cops. That's how good he is. He's out of there. Peace. Mm-hmm. And then the twist is, did he really escape? Or maybe his daughter turns him in. That's my second prediction. His daughter turns him in.
For free tickets to another Salika concert.
And here's the kicker. He creates all this chaos and it kind of mounts and mounts up to the point where he takes Lady Raven hostage in front of all of her fans. The daughter has to choose between, like, the daughter starts putting things together like, oh my God.
My idol or my dad.
And the daughter turns to the camera and says, I see serial killers. And then she has to decide between Lady Raven or my serial killer dad.
Okay, I like most of that except for your nod to the Sixth Sense. That's blasphemous.
Anyways, then all the fans start turning on him and they rip him apart. They literally shred him. It's sort of like in Day of the Dead where the guy gets like ripped apart by zombies, but like
He's
times
like, choke on him.
Times 100. And they start eating. Yeah. They start cheering. And then Lady Raven performs her last song on his dead corpse.
Okay.
Boom.
This is PG-13.
Oh, sorry. I'm going off the rails here. It might build up to where he has Lady Raven involved and maybe some sort of hostage type situation.
I do like the Lady Raven hostage. I like giving Lady Raven more of a role than just, I'm this cool Lady Gaga performer.
And then maybe he escapes, but something tips off the daughter and she figures out like, oh shoot, I got to turn in my dad.
I like that.
Yeah. And
do?
He shows up to her next birthday and it's like her 13th birthday or whatever. He's like going to give her a birthday cake. And then as he gives her the birthday cake, someone cuffs him.
Oh.
No, someone cuffs him.
Okay.
We always see that in movies too. Like
cuffed, holding a little cupcake, cuffed. Called a cuff cake.
A lot to unpack in my predictions because they were at such a high level.
You just got really excited.
Yeah.
The onset of your predictions was really good.
With M. Night, literally anything can happen. People could see dead people.
Looking at the poster, we have black, red, and some white. Josh Hartnett's face looking all concerned that he's been found out. His face is completely enshadowed in a red.
I like that the eye is the center of the A.
Big gray letters, trap in the eyeball in the center. And it says 30,000 fans, 300 cops, 1 serial killer, no escape.
Pretty much sums it up.
Sums it up.
I like this poster, especially if you're a fan of Josh Hartnett, although I think the poster is missing his infamous bangs.
Yeah, he didn't have those in this one. Bring him back, Josh. New Josh Hartnett experience.
All right, what kind of merch are you going to get of this poster?
Maybe one of those fans. I want a concert fan, but it's like Josh Hartnett's face.
Like, I'm a fan of Josh Hartnett.
I'm a fan of M. Night Shyamalan. Yeah.
I'm going to get a mousetrap.
That would be cute.
Or no, I switch it up. I'm going to get a popcorn bucket.
Oh, you want a popcorn bucket of trap?
Yeah.
And then you reach your hand in and your hand gets cuffed?
And the mousetrap is in the popcorn bucket. Oh, wait, reach my hand in and
you
gets
reach
cuffed?
your hand and your hand gets cuffed.
That's better. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Cool. So a popcorn bucket that traps your hand or a concert fan. Which one would you guys choose, huh? Okay. When do you think you're likely to see this? Is this an opening weekender, either the 2nd or the 9th? In theaters eventually, wait for streaming, or the PREGUT was all you needed to see.
This is a in theaters eventually for me.
Yeah. I do love M. Night Shyamalan. Oh, man. Okay. Because of my prediction, I feel like I'm correct. I feel that often that I'm correct on these predictions, and I hardly ever am. But with this one, I really think I've got it. I've got it. So I do want to see this opening weekend before anyone can spoil it for me.
No spoilers.
No
Everyone should
spoilers.
know, if you've seen any M. Night film, do not say anything about it. Do
'Cause
not
there's
walk out of the
gonna-
theater and be like, they were dead the whole time.
Can't believe that they got old.
I think that would have been okay. That's, yeah.
If this was directed by anybody besides M. Night Shyamalan, it would be an in theaters eventually for me.
Yeah.
But because of the director and because I am a fan of him, I will see this opening weekend.
So that is Trap, directed and written by M. Night Shyamalan.
And co-starring his daughter, Salika.
With a new album dropping by Salika. All right, any last thoughts for Trap?
Let's get together. Yeah. And see this
Huh?
movie.
What does that mean?
That's my nod to the Parent Trap. Whatever. Forget it. Scrap that.
M. Night does it again. All right, here we go. Can't wait.
All right. If you like what you've heard today, please subscribe, like, and or give us a rating. Thank you for watching and or listening. This has been another episode of
Got it.